Hello, Year 4. I hope you're all well and safe. For today's lesson, you're going to need a ruler, a pencil, an eraser, and paper. After you've got it all, write your date and learning intention neatly. The learning intention is to interpret line graphs. Pause here while you get that done. Now for the number warm-up. It's Funky 15 today. For the puzzle, if you have a set of 0 to 9 cards, they're going to be useful. And if you haven't got it, don't worry, because you can just write the numbers 0 to 9 on paper, cut them out and use them as numbers, like we have on the picture. So you're going to have to use 3 cards to make a total of 15. I know it sounds easy, but we need to see how many ways are there of making 15 by adding 3 cards. Don't forget to use the 0 card. And for this one, you need lots of thought, so pause here while you have a go. Let's remind ourselves about different types of data we've come across. First, we talked about discrete data in our other lesson. Discrete data is things you can count and things that can be put into categories. For example, drinks, pets, eye color, fruit, or chocolates. We can organize these or categorize them in a bar graph, for example. Then we came across continuous data. Continuous data are things you can measure. It continues or keeps going. For example, temperature, height, shoe size, weight, or age. Can you come up with any other examples of discrete data, continuous data? Pause here while you have a think. Let's look at some examples of questions where continuous data is involved. On this line graph, for example, they are tracking the speed of a car during a journey. And the question is, in which hours did the car travel faster than 50 miles per hour? So along the horizontal axis, you've got the time measured in hours, and along the vertical axis, you've got the speed, miles per hour, and then you've got the line showing you the facts. So that question again, in which hours did the car travel faster than 50 miles per hour? So pause here while you read the graph to interpret and answer the question. And the answer is hours 3, 4, 5, and 6. So well done if you got that. Next question. Mo thinks that the heating timer is set to come on at 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. Is he correct? Explain why. So pause point here, and you're going to interpret this temperature in Mo's house line graph and decide whether or not he is correct, but you need to explain why. Mo is incorrect because the temperature starts to increase at 12 p.m. and then decreases until 8 p.m. when it starts to increase again. This suggests that the heating comes on at 12 p.m. and 8 p.m. So here's a line graph showing the temperature in a room over 12 hours. And question 1 says, what was the lowest temperature recorded on the chart? The lowest temperature on the chart is 15 degrees Celsius. Question 1b, what was the temperature at 3 o'clock a.m.? So move on to 3 o'clock and you can see straight in line with 17 degrees Celsius, the temperature at 3 o'clock a.m. You can place your ruler across and make sure you're looking at the time correctly to take an accurate reading. Question 1c, what was the temperature at 1100 hours? So moving along the graph to 1100 hours, and then if you look across, it's 20 degrees Celsius. Next question, which hour shows the biggest rise in temperature? So where the line goes upwards. You're going to look for the biggest rise in temperature. And we can see the line going upwards, but the greatest incline would be at 8 o'clock. That's showing the biggest rise in temperature. For how long was the temperature between 16 and 17 degrees? So if we go along the vertical axis and we look at 16 degrees and 17 degrees, we know the temperature was between 16 and 17 degrees for 2 hours. Next question. Can you estimate the temperature at 7:30? So go to 700 hours, 0800 hours, look in the middle between those two times. And if you look there, it should read 19 degrees Celsius. I would estimate the temperature at 7:30 to be 19 degrees Celsius. Final question, can you estimate the temperature at 10 o'clock? So look at the time, 10 o'clock, and we're going to estimate. That means take a guess. And if we go straight across, it's in between 20 degrees Celsius and 21 degrees Celsius. And that would make it, I would estimate it to be 20.5 degrees or 20.5 degrees Celsius. Pause here while you look at these, read the questions and have a go on your own maybe, or you can replay just to get a hang of this line graph. For a one-star task, we're going to be interpreting a bar graph. Here you have a bar graph with ice cream flavors, and you've got to provide the label. Question 2, how many children like chocolate flavored ice cream? Question 3, how many more children like mint flavored ice cream? Question 4, what is the favorite flavor ice cream? Question 5, what is the least favorite flavor? Question 6, how many children like banana flavored ice cream? Question 7, how many children like toffee flavored ice cream? Question 8, which flavor has only one more child liking it than vanilla? Question 9, by adding up all the column totals, could we find out how many children there were altogether? Yes or no? Why? Pause here while you read the questions and look at the bar graph to interpret them. Interpreting a line graph is a two-star task. Your line graph shows the temperature of Warhol classroom throughout the day in January. Question 1. What is the temperature for each hour of the day? Write them below the marks on the graph. What was the warmest time of the day? Give the hour and the temperature. Question 3. What was the coldest time of the day? Give the hour and the temperature. Question 4. What is the difference between the warmest temperature and the coolest temperature? And remember, when we're working out the difference, we subtract the smaller number from the greater number. Question 5. What time did the temperature in the room stay the same? Question 6. Was it warmer at 9 a.m. or 3 p.m.? Question 7. What is the temperature at 9:30 a.m.? Question 8. What is the temperature at 12:30 p.m.? Question 9. How do you think we could keep the classroom warmer? And question 10. Why do you think the classroom gets colder after 4 p.m.? Pause here while you look at the line graph to answer the questions. Here you can check out your answer to the number warm-up task, everyone. Stay safe until next time.